which the offense really found its stride in the second half. What was really the key to that?
I think Macy has kind of invigorated everyone. Her return has been at a great time. We were a little stale, and you saw that from Elise today. She was awesome, just totally dominant on the other side because the team can't really shift over and just worry about her. So I think Macy's kind of the extra spice in it that got us going, but once we started creating a bunch of chances from the flank, then the forwards like, oh, now I got to do the rest. And although Ashley didn't score, she was knocking on the door all day and was very dangerous. Z had a fantastic goal, Payton with the other two, Lana with a really smart run to get in there and dribble the keeper. So I just think it fed off itself. But somebody's got to be that spark, and for us it was Blackburn.
For Lana Harry, obviously she's a freshman. Where is she fitting in so far this year in the offense?
I think she's finding her way. Sometimes she plays wide, sometimes she's up high, sometimes she's attacking mid. So her versatility is a real key, and she scored multiple goals now. So, for a freshman, she's really strong and really fast. And I think that made her transition a lot easier.
Again, Sydney back-to-back game starting at goalkeeper. What did you see from her again tonight?
More probably composed tonight in a much tighter kind of physical. There was pressure on her tonight. The other game, she didn't have to face any shots. This one, she had to come out, she had to punch, she had to catch a cross. So she had real action and looked more comfortable even than she did when she didn't have a lot to do. She just looked like, okay, this is game 2, I'm ready to go. She looked good.
Coach, you talked a little bit earlier about Peyton Parsons, 2 more goals. Can you talk about her development from this year, or from last year to this year, and what you're seeing early in the season?
This has always been Peyton's talent level. She's always been a special player, but this is the fittest, the sharpest, strongest that she's ever been. And when you mix that in with just experience, this is what a junior version of Peyton Parsons should look like. So she's right on time, right on track, and to be fair, we lost a lot of goals to graduation, so getting her on the board where she's been, where Z's at, and when Ashley kicks in, it could be a really potent team and tough to stop.
What do you want to fix with just one conference game left before Big 12 play?
I still think we're where we need to be overall defensively. I think that's the key. That's our focus. I know you can say that in the face of shutouts, but we have really good individual defenders and we have good goalkeepers, but the team defending has to be solid. Other teams cannot have the amount of time to dance on the ball and push it around and make us chase it as much as some could do to us if we weren't a little better. So I think the next 2 weeks there'll be a lot of time spent on 1v1 defending, small group defending, pressing, groups pressing, so that we're just a little more difficult to break down.
They're hitting 200 wins today. How have you seen the program just evolve from when you got here to now in 2024?
I don't know how long this interview is. I don't think I have time to answer that in totality. But I didn't know it was today, honestly. So when they said it, I was like, oh, great, we got that over with. But the truth of it is, looking back, is just the journey and all the players. And every older coach always says, it's not the games, it's the relationships. When you're young, you're like, heck to that, it's the games. You get older, it really is the relationships. It's Taylor Lyle going in the Hall of Fame this year, our first superstar. And then all the players that were before her and during her time and then after, and then our first championship team and our first Sweet 16 team, and then teams that were good enough to do great things, even though they didn't get the chance to show that they could do it. And so it's looking back, it's all the people that we've had here. We've had amazing student athletes on this team, and anyone will tell you, if you can't get them to come to Tech, you're not going to win. It all starts with recruiting, and our town and our university and our athletic department is a big draw. But in the end, the players and the staff have to sell them on, hey, this is the place for you. And we've been fortunate enough that a lot of tremendous players and great students have picked us. So that's really what I look back on more than anything. And, that's just, it's been great to be here for 18 years and looking forward to a bunch more.
Caitlin, can you kind of talk about 28 shots on goal or 28 shots, what was the offense doing? What was kind of working today?
Yeah, I think it was just a lot of movement and working together that we found open players and just tried to make it happen.
A shutout, Cassie. What was kind of going through back-to-back shutouts at home, looking to continue that going into Oregon? What's something that y'all can take not only from the game last Thursday, but the game today that you can kind of go into this Thursday trying to replicate?
Yeah, we talked a lot about our press and just making sure we're organized as a team. Like starting from the forwards back, everyone needs to be ready to step to their player, ready to move, and everything is done as a unit. So we did a really good job of that today. It made the back line's job a lot easier when we all do that, and then taking that into Thursday, just staying organized in that way. defending as a team like we did.
You got one more game before Big 12 play. Is there anything you guys are trying to focus on so you're ready to go?
Like I said, we're just really focusing on our press and just the little details. Finishing our chances was a big one today. Like you said, 28 shots on goal. We were able to put 5 away, but hoping to keep that going and keep the shutouts and goals in.